Hey, we're here today at Aura Business Park. I'm Mike Shadforth. This is Jordan Hayes from Ray White Northern Corridor Group. The first thing we want to get into today is really give you an idea of how much activity has happened down here. We're constantly being told by people that are visiting us that they can't believe the activity that's happening down in Aura. We've been saying for a long time now that the Sunshine Coast's centre of gravity has shifted, and it's shifted significantly. We've got the majority of people that are moving to the Sunshine Coast are moving here. As well as that, all of those expanding families that have got businesses and want to be in a location where there's great schools and great amenity, they're also moving here. So if you're in the construction industry or you sell tyres, car parts, if you service businesses, you need to consider that this is where the hub of business is going to be for at least the next 30 years on the Sunshine Coast. And no, it's not too early to get in. Right now, as you can see from the construction here happening, the new road being built, the number of houses going up every year, and the number of people that will be driving past this business park, to put that on top of the access to both the Cloundra Road, the hospital precinct and the Bruce Highway, you can't go wrong as a business person down here in Aura Business Park. And it's been proven by the number of people that have already jumped online. From these shots today, you'll see how much activity is actually happening with a new stage about to open. There's very few lots of land, so unless you're proactive, you could be left out of this space. So we're going to have a look now down to our right, where we can see some construction. But first of all, I'm going to ask Jordan about some of the buildings that are happening here now.
Yeah, thanks Mike. Look, we've got a number of developments currently underway in the park. The key one just over to our left here, Shadforth Lithgow, have put in our first owner-occupier into the park. We've got Aspect down the road with 10 warehouses that's well and truly under construction now. Base and Onyx behind us are coming up. We've got Exposure at 1148 that's underway, and we've got a number of smaller projects that are well and truly starting to come to form.
And Jordan, where have these businesses that are filling the park come from?
The early adapters are really your businesses that have seen the future growing on the coast and wanted to get in before their customer base establishes themselves down at this south end of the market. The smart operators have really identified this as a growth area moving forward. They see that this is where over half of the residential land sales are occurring on the coast. They know that if they get in now that they're setting themselves up for a really profitable time moving forward.
And I've noticed talking to a couple of them, they're coming from key locations like off Nicklin Way to move down here. And why is that?
Well, they are, and there's a couple of reasons for it. This roundabout in front of us right now will be closed in about a month's time, and there'll be 15,000 vehicles per day going along this stretch of road at Bells Creek Arterial. It's really the new Nicklin Way. We've got people coming out of Warana, out of Coolum, out of Kunda Park, because they know that this is going to be the new centre of the coast.
And I've also noticed with them, their businesses are changing, so they want better amenity, and I guess that offers that for their staff. Is that right? Like, they're all talking about where they find staff in this growing economy where they're dealing, like we've got a car trader down here that was on Nicklin Way on a busy road, and his model's selling cars all around the country now, and he needs good people. Is that right?
You're absolutely right. Business is changing. People want to live close to home. We've got a massive master community going in down here, as well as Harmony and Oceanside. People want to be close to where they work. We've got a number of businesses also getting in here to get a more functional floor plan. They're sitting in 500 square metres of space at the moment and paying massive amounts of rent, where they can downsize into a more efficient space, improve their overheads and become much more effective in their operating capacity.
And I know we were part of the design team when we were talking about these 1,000 square metre lots, and they didn't really take off as we thought they were, but now it's a real, you've got to rush to get into the last of the ones that are being delivered this year, because people are realising they can have a 500 square metre warehouse. So if they're in 350 square metres in a strata title, they're about to go to a 500 square metre plus warehouse on their own block of land.
That's right, and it's changed. The developers were the first guys to get in here because they knew the growth going forward, and they knew if they got in early that they'd capitalise on it. And our owner-occupiers, who were probably a little more conservative in their initial thinking, are now seeing that if they can get in here for $280,000 on a 1,000 square metre block, there's massive potential for them moving forward.
And a lot of upside. So from us, we know that the people that come down here and see what's happening are really astonished by the amount of growth and the opportunity for businesses in that area. We know that the road network and the way that it's been designed are a fantastic outcome for anyone operating a business, and the ability to have your staff live in a fantastic master plan community on the doorstep of where they work is a first for the Sunshine Coast.
So if you'd like a bit of information on any of the projects that have started or are about to commence in the park, feel free to contact either Michael or myself and we'll send through some information or get you out here to show you exactly what's going on in the park.